People are breaking their social circle of 10 people, and they're becoming infected with COVID-19, often from these gatherings. This puts the work that we've done, all the work that you've done, fighting the spread of this virus over the last 6 months, it puts that work at risk. So that's the behaviour that we need to change. I know that the vast majority of Toronto residents are doing the right thing, and the vast majority of Toronto residents don't want things to get to a point where we would have to go back into a further lockdown. That would not be good for anyone. This morning, senior members of the City of Toronto team met with the Medical Officer of Health to discuss what public health measures would be effective in helping push back against this resurgence. Dr. De Villa's advice, based on the knowledge of current COVID-19 cases presently in the hands of Toronto Public Health, her advice was clear. Reduce the social gathering limits, enhance enforcement on existing restrictions, and expand the mandatory mask requirements. Over the coming days, we will be moving to act on all three of these areas, some of which will require cooperation with our partners in the provincial government. I spoke with Premier Ford earlier this afternoon to indicate my strong support, Toronto's strong support, but mine as Mayor of Toronto, for action the province may undertake to reduce social gathering limits. And we will support their actions in this area, as well as any actions they may undertake to provide for consequences which follow enforcement activities. I've also been speaking with the Government of Canada about the need to redouble their efforts when it comes to quarantine education and enforcement for travellers. The masking issue is a more complicated one, legally and jurisdictionally, but I reiterate my own often stated view that the more we can have more people wear masks more of the time in more places, the better off we will be as one tool in the fight against this virus. We are taking these actions now so that hopefully we won't need to take more drastic actions in the near future, like another lockdown. That was a sledgehammer. It was a needed sledgehammer at the time in our fight against COVID-19, when case numbers were even worse than they are today and the trend lines were even worse. Now we actually have the ability and the knowledge to respond with more tactical kinds of responses that target the exact behaviours that we know are helping to spread COVID-19. I know that people have COVID fatigue. People are doing the right thing and following the public health advice, which is to wash their hands and to wear a mask and to keep their distance. Those people who are doing the right thing are tired of this routine, and they're frustrated at those who aren't doing the right thing. People, particularly young people, they want to have fun. They want to live their lives. I get that. But the fight is not over. COVID-19 is still here. We know how to fight it, and we will do so in full cooperation with the other governments.